Hello again, fourth grade. For this lesson, we're going to work on 2-3, and we're going to be going over our video first. So let me go ahead and share that with you guys. So we're going to be working on adding whole numbers. So whole numbers are numbers that don't have any fraction parts or decimal parts. They're what you're used to seeing. And we're going to learn about different ways that we can add whole numbers to find our sum.
How do you add whole numbers efficiently? The Florida legislature set a statewide recycling goal. To help meet the goal, Kennedy Elementary School students collected 358 pounds of newspaper in March and 277 pounds of newspaper in April. How many pounds of newspaper did they collect in all? What operation should you perform to solve this problem?
Select your answer.
So anytime they're telling you to find out how much in all is an addition question. If they're telling you to find out how many more or less or the difference, that's a subtraction question.
Add 358 plus 277. First, estimate the sum. 358 is close to 350, and 277 is close to 250. 350 plus 250 equals 600. They collected about 600 pounds of newspaper in all. You know how to add using partial sums. Add the ones. 8 plus 7 equals 15. Add the tens. 50 plus 70 equals 120. Add the hundreds. 300 plus 200 equals 500. Add the partial sums. 15 plus 120 plus 500 equals 635. 358 plus 277 equals 635. 635 is close to the estimate of 600, so the answer is reasonable. Here's another way to record addition called the standard algorithm for addition. Step 1. Add the ones. 8 ones plus 7 ones equals 15 ones. You need to regroup if the sum of the digits in a place value is greater than 9. 15 is greater than 9, so regrouping is necessary. Regroup. 15 ones equals 110 plus 5 ones. The regroup 10 is represented as a small 1 above the tens place. Step 2. Add the tens. 5 tens plus 7 tens plus 1 10 equals 13 tens. Regroup. 13 tens equals 100 plus 3 tens. Step 3. Add the hundreds. 3 hundreds plus 2 hundreds plus 100 equals 6 hundreds. The students collected 635 pounds of newspaper.
Okay, so we're going to jump into our notes and our guided practice. Let's go ahead and take a look at our notes for this lesson. So when we are working on adding by using partial sums means you have part of your answer. It means you don't have the whole answer yet. Whoops. So you're going to add one place value at a time and then add those parts together to find your answer. This is a little bit confusing for some people, so if you don't want to use this strategy, that's okay. We're going to get into the regular way or the standard algorithm, the standard set of steps that we use in just a moment. So the first thing we did was we added the ones together. The 8 plus the 7 gave us 15. Next, we added the tens, the 50 plus the 70 gave us the 120 right here. And then we add the hundreds place. So 300 plus 200 gave us 500. When we put all of those together, we got the 635. Now, the standard way of doing it, which is what's going to make the most sense later, is by regrouping. And we do that by adding each place value one at a time. So 8 plus 7 is 15. So that's a 5 in the ones place. 15 has a 5 in the ones place and a 1 in the tens place. So I'm going to regroup that 15 into one group of tens and 5 ones, because when we write 15, we have a 1 in the tens place and a 5. So our place values need to stay the same. All the ones line up, all the tens line up, all the hundreds line up. Since 15 has a group of 10, that one group of 10 is going to get stacked on top of the tens place. Then we add those two together, or sorry, those three numbers together. 1 plus 5 plus 7, that's 6 plus 7 is going to be 13. So we have 13 tens. 13 tens is the same thing as saying 130. So 13 tens is, we're going to regroup that to one group of 100 and 3 tens, because 130 is one group of 100 and 3 tens. Now, since we're talking about something that's in the hundreds, we need to line it up in the hundreds place value. So that 13 tens becomes a 3 in the tens place and that 1 up in the hundreds. Then we add the hundreds together. The 1 plus the 3 plus the 2 gave us 6. So our answer over here was 635. So you can use partial sums like we did on top. You can use a standard algorithm. This, as you can see, takes up a lot less space when you're working on it than this one. Takes up a lot more space. Now, for our guided practice, it says when you place a 1 above the tens value, what does it mean? So if I'm putting a 1 on top of the tens place, that means that the sum or the answer when I added the ones place was equal to 10 or more. So I had to regroup it. If it's 10 or more, whatever digit is in the tens place needs to go up into the next place value. Number 2 says when you place a 1 above the hundreds value, what does that mean? Same thing. It means that when you added your tens together, you made a group of 100 or more, and so you had to regroup it and put it with the next place value. Number 3 says find using partial sums. So I did this for you guys. 378 plus 557. I added the ones place, 7 and 8 was 15. I added the tens place, 50 plus 70 was 120. And I added the hundreds place, 500 plus 300 is 800. When I put all those together, I got to 935. I also did it the standard way to show you guys. 8 plus 7 is 15, put the 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 7 plus 5 was 13, put the 3, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. And for question number 4, it says find each sum using the strategy of your choice. So I prefer doing it using the standard algorithm, right? The regular set of steps. So I stacked my numbers in place value order. The ones are on top of the ones, the tens on top of the tens, the hundreds on top of the hundreds. Always, always stack them in order. 8 plus 5 is 13. So I put my 3 over here and I carry my 1. Sometimes I'll write a plus 1 so I don't forget to add it. 1 plus 7 plus 3 is 11 because I know 7 plus 3 is 10 plus 1 more is 11. So I put my 1 over here and I carried the other one from the 11. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1 more is 9. So I got 913 here. For 4B, I did the same type of operation. I used my standard algorithm when I was adding, and I did 5 plus 6 gave me 11. So I put my 1 over here from the 11 and I put the tens part in the tens. 2 plus 5 is 7 plus 1 more is 8. I didn't need to regroup anything. And 3 plus 2 over here gave me 5. And for 4C, I had 185 plus 253. The 5 and the 3 together make 8. I didn't need to regroup anything. The 8 plus the 5 made 13, so I did need to regroup. I put the 3 over here and I carried the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 2 equaled 4. So that's it for your guided practice for this lesson. If you have any questions, definitely let me know, fourth grade. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.